Hey there, Walt here from Walt in PA. And did you ever do something on your motorcycle that was kind of stupid? Not like catastrophically stupid where you injured yourself or you regretted it for a long time, but just stupid enough that you were going to be paying for it for, let's say, a couple of hours. Well, that's what I'm dealing with right now. So, things were kind of a rush. I had talked back and forth on Discord with Goofy Bastard, and we had made plans to go out on a little duo group ride. And everything kind of hinged on my wife's plans. She went to a funeral today for a distant friend of the family, and I stayed home with the kids. She went to the services, and then there was like a little luncheon at church afterwards. And she gave me a time frame of when she expected to be home. So I took the worst case scenario, and then I sort of worked the scheduling from there. I told Goofy that I'd meet him at about 2 o'clock in the Spring City Royersford area at a friendly neighborhood Wawa. And then I proceeded to get my stuff together and get ready to leave as soon as my wife got home. So she gets home, I hop on the bike, and I feel like I'm gonna be late. Like I got a late start. It's kind of bugging me, so I'm rushing to get out the door so that, two things can happen. One, I don't make Goofy wait on me, and two, I can kind of maximize the time I'm out riding around today. So I throw my riding jacket on, I throw my gloves on, my helmet on, I have the bike warming up already. My wife walks through the door, kiss her hello and goodbye at the same time, and then race off, hop on the bike, and pull out of the driveway. Well, in my haste, I neglected to realize that while it is very warm today, unseasonably warm, like upwards of 60-ish, it's not so warm when you're on the motorcycle. So I am wearing springtime gloves that have tiny little vent holes in them, and I'm wearing a t-shirt under my riding jacket. I do have the liner in it, but the liner in these jackets are only a vest. They're not like a full liner with a full sleeve. So my torso is fine. My arms, however, are not so fine. I feel cold already. I am a grand total of, 12 minutes away from home. And I suspect that I'm going to be regretting my haste for the next couple of hours. Now, it's worth noting that I almost threw a thermal base layer on, but I couldn't find my thinner one, and I didn't want to wear this thick fleece hunting one that I wear in the winter time, or when it's really cold. I thought it was going to be too much. So, rather than look for the damn thing, I just went with the t-shirt, and I regret it. Already regret it. So, head on down to the comments. Tell me, if you ever found yourself in this situation. I'm sort of considering maybe finding a Walmart somewhere along the way and running in for a shirt, but that's where we are. Thanks for watching. Ride safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Hey there, Walt here from Walt in PA, and I am just on my way home from a group ride with Goofy. Made a little guest appearance in his video, and it's always kind of fun to do cameos in other people's channels, especially when your YouTube channel's like dormant for damn near a year. It's always fun to kind of jump on and do something a little different. So I met up with Goofy at the Wawa in Limerick on Lewis Road. If you're local, maybe you'll know. Most of you probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. But totally coincidental, that is the gas station where we met for the very first time 4 years ago. He said he was looking into something and he was curious to see when that first ride was, and it was 4 years ago. It's hard to believe that we've been getting together and riding for that long. I mean, I know it's been a few years, but I didn't realize it's been 4, which means that I've had a YouTube channel and been producing motorcycle content off and on, obviously, for more than 4 years, because that's how we got to know each other. The first video I ever watched from Goofy, he was in Oaks on the Vaquero, and he was pulled into like what was that? It was like he was talking about an old drive-in movie theater or something, and we wound up commenting back and forth on each other's videos, and one day just decided to meet up for a group ride, since we were both somewhat close together. And I remember I had mentioned this in Goofy's video, but it's worth telling the story again. When we decided to meet up for that ride, I told my wife that I was going to meet this guy from YouTube, and we were going to go for a ride. And she's like, "So you're just going to meet this random person from the internet?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "So you don't know him?" I said, "No, it's just I don't know him. We just kind of talk online, and we're going to get together and ride." She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, what's his name?" Just out of curiosity. I said, "Well, I don't know his name. He calls himself the Goofy Bastard." So she's like, "So you're meeting this goofy bastard that you don't know for a motorcycle ride? Are you planning on taking your gun? Because this sounds very sketchy." Well, I guess looking back, it might be slightly sketchy, but it worked out really well, because we've been on many rides together. Unfortunately, there haven't been a lot this year. I think we stopped in Valley Forge after the ride, and we're talking. I think we've only managed to ride 4 times this year, which seems insanely low, which is really unfortunate, because he's a blast to ride with, and he's hysterical in the comms. So, when you inject him into a group ride with 4 or 5 other people, it's just non-stop laughs and loads of fun. So definitely need to be doing more of that in 2025, since we're just a day away. It is New Year's Eve. Just finished up that ride with Goofy. Was on my way back, and we split off. I kept going up Route 100 and decided to stop off and get gas, since I was coming up on E, and stopped off at a Wawa, grabbed a pump. I start fueling, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this guy walking over to me. So I give him the how you doing wave, and he hands me a business card for, oh man, I stuck it in my pocket. I believe it's Skip Pack Motorcycles. So he was telling me about this business that he has that's kind of right down the road from where I was fueling up. And I always feel like such a jerk when I talk to people at gas stations. I really want to be friendly, but I'm pretty quiet and introverted to begin with, so in general, I don't talk a whole lot. But when you compound that with the fact that I'm wearing a helmet and I'm wearing earplugs, I can only hear about 50% of what you say. So I just feel like such a jerk, because I'm not very talkative, and I'm limited on what I can hear. By the time I finished pumping my gas and I pulled my helmet off, the conversation was more or less over. We were kind of saying our goodbyes, nice to meet you kind of thing. I ended the conversation with, sorry. I mean, like I'm kind of plucked the earplug out of my ear and said, sorry, I was having a hard time hearing you. Oh, that's okay. It was nice talking to you as he was walking away, kind of thing. So, in the event that you ever bump into me at a gas station, I apologize in advance. But one thing that I did hear during the conversation was that he does service. So for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the level of service I get out of Martin Moto. But there are times when they're pretty busy, so that may be an option. So I'll keep his business card around and give him a shot. Anyway, that's it. Just a quick recap. Thanks for watching. Ride safe, and I will catch you in the next one.